use Slack. No
I used
knowledge
it
of
briefly at work. Some of the guys at work wanted to use it to communicate internally, and no one really stuck to it.
Yeah,
You know?
it's just something else to use. It's like how many
Yeah.
communication apps do I need?
10.
Exactly.
I have people skills.
Okay, but you're helping me with this.
This is a nightmare.
Oh, excuse me.
Oops.
Oh,
Oh,
It was just a
just a
nightmare.
nightmare.
Nightmare, bro. Justin, nighty
Brah.
night.
Nightmare, brah. This is Help Desk Nightmare.
This is Help Desk Nightmares.
Oh my gosh, I thought
This
that was part of
podcast
the
takes a look at the
intro.
interactions help desk and support techs have on a regular basis and the nightmares we encounter.
This is episode 95.
Well, can we minus 60 of them though? So let's just go with episode.
No, it's still episode 95. So something happened. We won't address.
Don't.
Something happened, and so we have taken down, I think, probably the first 60 episodes, at least 50.
Yeah.
And those are going to go behind the paywall on Patreon, not because we want more of your money, just because something happened that we need to. So we are doing that. They're already down off of the RSS feed. You can't get to them. You will be able to get to them on Patreon. I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I don't want it to be like the most recent 50 things, and then you have to go all the way down to find the like 90s
gosh,
of
yeah.
episodes
Yeah.
because that would be irritating. So I don't know if I can do that or not. We'll see how that pans out. So there's that.
Finagle it.
I saw this week the movie Joker.
What the
Oh,
heck, Mark?
Did you like it?
So I had to not watch the last 10 minutes of it. What was I doing? I had to do something right after, and I don't remember what it was, but I was going to be late. Oh, it was a birthday dinner for one of the in-laws. So we had, I think it was that. No, what was it?
I was gonna say you left a movie early because of that.
Yeah, wait. Let me see if it's on my calendar what I had to do. No, it was the second thing that's on my list.
No.
It was on Sunday when I went to see it. And then I had to leave a little bit early so that I could get back to my house on time because Cody came to my house. And Cody, Dave, and Mr. Hanakna and I played a session of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
We did. That was a thing that we did for sure.
Yeah.
we did a thing.
And
Yes.
we'll have to do that some more because that was fun.
It was.
More.
How did you feel about it, Code?
It was good. How about you, Dav?
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. It was good. We did keep it very simple, which I think made it move along well enough. You know, that was good.
Yeah, I think that's the plan for me. I don't want to make it too crazy, especially when 2/3 of you have never played it before. So eventually, as you level up, you'll get more abilities and do other stuff. And if we, at some point, I don't anticipate that this campaign that we're doing will be like forevermore, or even to level 20, which is when it's supposed to end.
Right.
Like y'all can roll your own characters at some point, maybe after we get done with these, roll your own characters and do a different campaign. But anyway, that was fun. And you can, so we're going to, Mr. Hanakna did not pose an objection, so we're going to put it on Patreon first, October 25th. I don't know when this episode will be out. It will be weeks in the past, probably. You'll have heard it, but that will go out on the Patreon feed, and then the next week it'll go out on the main feed. So 2 episodes will be out in Patreon, and then the next 2 weeks they'll come out on the Help Desk Nightmares feed. And if anybody wants to listen to it, then we can. Like I got somebody on Fiverr to make a logo when we have an Instagram or whatever. We can do that if anybody wants to listen to it. I know the network that Help Desk Nightmares is on already has a D&D podcast, but they actually know what they're doing, and I do not. So if anybody ends up wanting to listen to it, we could do that, its own RSS feed. If not, we'll still probably do it because it's fun anyway, and it's less work for me if nobody wants to hear it. So we'll see which way that shakes out.
Yeah. Totally.
What'd you do, Cody?
What did I do? I tried to buy a house and then never got a response on our offer. So that was fun.
Oh, so that's a no then.
Yeah. Yep. That's about all I did. And I was sad about it. So I just laid in bed. for
Cried.
The whole weekend. Yep. Appropriate response.
Yeah.
I received.
I received it.
And Dave, what did you do?
Yes.
Did you receive it?
Yeah, a bunch of things actually. Over the weekend, Saturday, I took my son for a college tour
Oh.
in Manhattan at the School of Visual Arts. He wants to be like a graphics designer and, maybe advertising, that type of thing, possibly.
Yeah.
So we went there and checked it out. It was pretty cool. It was a long day. We went out there, we hung out, and we were home probably by, I don't know, like dinner time or something like that. So it was a pretty full day. Let's see. Last week, I think the reason I wasn't on last week was he's also in the marching band. So we went, they had a sort of a showcase of ones. It's by a local newspaper out here that has that showcases them. So we were into they performed at a college about an hour away. So we went there, and it was all these bands and big, giant football stadium thing at the college. That was cool. What else? I finished Jack Ryan. That was cool.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Good ending. It so reminds me of 24. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like just the way the show runs, sort of. And today on my way home, I had to stop by my mother's house to help her with a couple things around her house, and I helped her set up her Jitterbug. Her Jitterbug Smart.
Jitterbug.
Oh,
It's a Yeah, if you look it up, it's the Jitterbug Smart 2. It's actually, it's not a bad looking little phone. The interface is really bizarre. I'm like, I don't. It's instead of icons, it's like bars. Like in the top like line across says phone. Then the next one says text. The next one says email.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got to be just like an Android overlay, right? And
yeah, it's
just-
Android 7.0.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Aw.
7.0.
Isn't that what you're on, Cody?
I'm on 6.
Look at this cute little thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it probably. If the Jitterbug, that's a picture of it.
Oh yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it.
It's a smartphone. It's just a regular little smart. Almost looks like an LG, if I had to guess. The hardware wise, and they just brand it with their own stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
that
just
sounds
sat there
right.
putting contacts in for her. She doesn't know what happened to her contacts from her flip phone.
Ooh.
So, they transferred it over. Why isn't it there? I don't know. So I could spend hours doing that. So we put in like 30, 40 contacts, and I'm like, I have to go eat dinner, and I'm going on my show. She's like, what show? Never mind. So,
She's gonna start. She's gonna be a patron.
yeah, she'll probably
She'll want to be a guest.
now that she has internet on her phone.
Oh,
She could probably watch too. Oh, it's funny. Last week when I couldn't come on the show. I'm at the thing. I'm at the the marching band thing, and I said, you know what? My signal was decent. It wasn't great, and I had brought earbuds in case I was bored or whatever. I can listen.
Oh my
to.
gosh.
So I actually tried to listen to you guys. My signal wasn't good enough. I saw like 20 seconds of the two of you. I'm like, oh, they're doing it live. So I was watching the live Twitch, and I was trying to sign into Twitch to comment and like, you guys suck or something like that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember my stupid Twitch password. So and the the video kept pausing because of the shitty data connection that I had. So I just said forget it and I closed it.
Not worth the joke.
No.
It's almost like
Next time I'm out, I'll do that.
Speaking of TV shows, I forgot that's a thing that we talk about.
Yeah.
yeah,
did
this is
do
TV
something.
shows nightmares.
We binge watched Carnival Row, I think it is.
Oh yeah. I watched
So,
like 2 of them.
yeah, we watched
cool.
all of those.
Interesting.
Was it
A
good?
lot of butts. There's a lot of butts.
There are a lot of butts. Yeah, it's true.
That's
Like
not,
one
not
butt
necessarily
per episode,
bad.
typically.
Butt heavy.
It depends. What kind of there's butts. So carry on.
Carry on.
There we go.
I don't know what that means, but I do know that we have some Mark's Friend level patrons. I think just like with Jay was saying with Drunken Arcanauts, they have several patrons. I think they might have 10 by now, but everybody's at a higher level, and that's how ours is too. So we have Diana Y, who's a co-producer of the show and Mark's Friend level patron, Fate Cayman, or Cody T, who they now have set on Chapter 12 instead of Cody K.
Oh, I guess I can stop. boycotting them.
Mr. Hanakna and AJ are Mark's friend level patrons and co-producers of the show. Even though I do all the editing and the hard stuff, but they pay pay us the dollars to get it done.
Yep,
Yeah.
the money.
They pay us the money so that we can pay someone on Fiverr to make a logo for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Fiverr's where it's at, though. We've had such good luck with them.
Yeah. So there's a new video that will go up today, if I remember after the podcast, that gives an intro before the actual D&D episodes go up of what I planned to go through. I recorded it before we did the session. Yeah, we did one session as two episodes. I recorded that video first. I was like, here's what we're going to do. And then we did it, and then it just hasn't gone up yet. But it will go up before those episodes go up as bonuses. So that'll be fun. If you are a patron, you can see that video, which is just me talking. So you don't have to see a video. There's nothing special on the video. But there you go. Now,
Sweet.
for Cody.
Ready to brew.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the music was a little too quiet. I wasn't sure if we were actually doing this. You were tricking me.
The new name of this game should be How Dumb Are We?
Yeah.
No. I always try to make them fairly easy.
Oh, that's right. Well, you changed it up a little bit. You made them a little easier. That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus
Mark.
Christ.
Is it
Are you
loud enough
ready?
for you, Cody? Is the music loud enough now?
Yes. Mark, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. To get Microsoft's new Xbox Elite 2 controller early, you'll have to enter a giveaway by eating at what fast food location?
IHOP.
No, it's my favorite. Come on.
No.
Taco Bell.
It is Taco Bell. You
Yeah.
get negative
No
1 point.
points.
Number 2, the Vatican has released,
Little
the
boys.
Vatican has a, what?
Little boys.
That's inappropriate, Mark.
It is. They shouldn't do that.
It could still be your answer. Hold on, let me continue. Don't interrupt me. The Vatican has announced a new fitness tracker and prayer tracker shaped
God.
like what?
The cross.
No, rosary beads.
Oh, how can
Oh.
it be a tracker if it's shaped like beads?
It's a bracelet that's
Oh,
just
that's
shaped like
dumb.
rosary beads. Number 3, only a few days after Pixel 4's announcement, what company has discounted the phone by giving customers a $100 gift card with the phone's purchase?
Verizon.
Amazon.
I just made something up.
It's
No.
okay. What
No.
furniture and meatball store is starting to release a new smart blind called Future?
Gotta be IKEA.
Good job.
That's
Meatball store.
It looks like you got 1.5 points. Good for you. Dave, are you ready for yours?
Absolutely.
Oh, you gotta wait for me to.
Ready to brew.
There we go.
I could just do it for you.
Oh, good job. Number 1, what streaming website has teamed up with Amazon to test watch parties, where streamers can stream Amazon content to their viewers while they watch it?
I want to go with the obvious YouTube. Probably is
Ooh.
not that.
It was
Vimeo?
close. It's Twitch.
Oh.
So essentially, Twitch streamers are going to be able to stream Amazon Prime videos and have their reaction shown live on Twitch. Number 2, what new Google phone can't get full rich communication services texting support when paired with Verizon and T-Mobile networks? So RCS texting support is like basic on brand new phones, but
Yeah.
this Google phone doesn't have it.
The Galaxy S10.
Ooh, Pixel 4.
Okay.
For $10 more than a standard Amazon Echo Dot, what feature will Amazon add to the 3rd gen smart speaker? It's a little tougher.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It's
No.
part of their display. The display of the Amazon Echo Dot has what?
All I know about is they have that ring on the top, the colorful ring on the top of it, right?
They do have that colorful ring, but they're going to add a clock.
Oh,
Ah,
weird.
Cool. Yeah, it's like high-end technology there.
Yeah, clock.
This one affects us
Clock.
a lot. Yahoo has announced that it will delete all of their what on December 14th, 2019.
Their whole website.
It's close. It's a good portion of their website.
Search history, their search, the storage of the search histories.
Nope, they're getting rid of
Wow.
all the Yahoo groups, which I
Oh,
assume
I
at
don't
some
care about
point
that.
will
Okay.
affect Yahoo Answers.
I didn't
No,
even think
they've
about
been
Yahoo
threatening to
Answers.
do that forever.
I don't even know what Yahoo Groups is. It sounds silly.
It's like a it's. I mean, I think Google had it at some point too. It's just
Yeah, they did.
little groups that are obsolete because of Facebook.
That's
didn't
what
even
happened this
think
week
about
in technology.
Nope. That's what happened in
No, I didn't
Wait,
say
Don't
in
Tell
this
Me
week in
game.
tech history. I said technology. Gosh, Mark. Shame on you.
Okay, so for this week, since we have pulled the first several dozen episodes, we're gonna go back and do some more. Do them again, because we didn't have Dave, and
That's
AJ's not
true.
here, but we
It's
didn't
more
have AJ
exciting with
either.
Dave.
So
No.
I'm gonna read you
I mean,
some
we
Reddits.
could do this, or we could take a break until 2020, like a certain podcast.
Oh, burned 'em.
That's the better.
So here's
Don't-
a story written
don't
by
tell
the
Jay.
Reddit Hunter. A few nights ago, I had just gotten back home from work and was trying to get on the Wi-Fi on my phone. However, our home network didn't connect automatically, and per a closer look at the available options, it wasn't showing up at all. Typically loath to troubleshoot IT issues outside of work, I sigh in resignation, toggle Wi-Fi on and off, reboot my phone, and finally walk over to our router, only to find it dark. As I'm checking the power cable, my girlfriend walks in. "Oh, hey, how's it going?" "Hey, why is the router powered off? What happened?" "Well, it was slow earlier, so I tried that turn it off and back on again thing."
That's smart.
"But it's off now. Did something happen with the power connection after you turned it off?" "Oh, no, guess I forgot the second bit."
It
Well,
was
so
as simple
close.
as that. Yeah.
So close, yet such a nerd.
So sad.
So close. You got the turn it off again part. With the turn it off,
Yeah.
just not the back on again.
She's only half stupid.
This person, Drew B53, writes, "I work taking tech calls, and today I had a customer call in stating that they were getting a scanning error. The error says directly on the scanner printer, turn off and on. So I asked the customer if they had tried powering down the printer and powering it back up. Of course, they wouldn't think to try that until I told them."
Well, we thought you had to send someone up to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave had to
I
come
get
and
that all
help
the
us do
time.
that.
Right.
I get that all the time.
Let's
know,
see.
Yeah, God.
I'll read one more and then we'll talk about it. Huxley, Reddit user Huxley, writes, "Sitting in the call center when my phone rings. I put down my Monday-sized iced mocha, position my headset, and answer the call. The user, who we'll just call user, had called in earlier today saying one of her monitors was only showing a black screen. When she went to try cycling the power, she got a Windows update screen for about 10 minutes, then a black screen again. All her techs were busy at that moment. The user had to be out of the office at 3 p.m., so I just decided to send myself over there to take a look. I grabbed one of the communal fruit tomes, okay, and went on my merry way to see the user. When I showed up, I was greeted with two black monitors, but they had a subtle difference between them. One was literally showing a black screen. You could see the cursor on it if you move the mouse around, and one was on power save mode with a little orange LED illuminating the power button. First thought, oh, maybe the power save one is set to the wrong input. Let's try changing that. Press the buttons on the side of the bezel. Nothing. That's weird. Tried pressing the power button a couple of times, then holding it down for a few seconds. Nothing. Not sure what to try next. I unplugged the power from the back of the stubborn monitor, waited for the light to fade away from the power button, plugged it back in, and there's the Windows login screen. Never have I seen a monitor act frozen, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Edit.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not losing my marbles, thanks to everyone who chimed in with their own experiences with frozen monitors."
Yeah, I've never seen that. Maybe if it was on the wrong input and it doesn't auto search.
Yeah, some of the
Maybe.
monitors that we used to have were very, very dumb. Like most of the ones that we have now, whatever you plug it in, it just senses what's already plugged in and it uses that automatically. But some of
Yeah.
the old ones that we had, even like 5 years ago, you'd have to manually switch it from DVI to VGA because that's all there was. There wasn't any display port back then
Yeah.
for us. That was
Yeah, it was
real
awful.
irritating.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And some of them were like touch, so there wasn't even a physical button underneath. You just put your finger where a button would be, and then it would change it. So people would like
Yeah,
clean
so
it,
bad.
and they would touch it accidentally, and now it's on the wrong input, and it doesn't know itself which one it should be active. So then we have to go over there and fix it manually. So irritating.
You know what's weird is a lot of the monitors have under the front bezel, the buttons are underneath now. Like,
Yeah,
where you got to like reach under the. I don't like that.
I don't
I mean,
either.
I know where it is. It's not the end of the world, but it's like, I don't know. Seems like a weird design choice.
I don't like that
I
with
agree.
TVs either. For the TVs that are like the big TVs now that even have physical buttons besides a power button, They're all on different places. Sometimes they're underneath in the middle. Sometimes they're underneath on the side. Sometimes they're on the right or the left side. And sometimes there's not any. So you just have to feel all the way around the TV to see if there's any buttons at all to be able to turn it off and on.
God, I can't stand it. Like my Samsung, it's the glass. So you just got to, like, I know where it is now. So when I walk past, I just swipe my finger on the, like in that area, and then it shuts it off as I'm walking by. So I'm good at that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess for a TV, it's okay. But a computer monitor might be annoying.
Yeah. So that's what we have. That's what we have to say about turning it off and on again. It really does.
Correct.
I think the first time that we talked about this, it really does fix a majority of things. People don't do it, and I don't know. I think maybe this is one that I just said the very first episode I said by myself, and there was no one to talk to. But I don't know if people don't feel comfortable doing like turning it off, especially like a computer tower, if they think it'll break something or like it's already broken. If it's frozen, just you can try it. Or if there's like some industries where you can't try anything, you have to call tech support or you get in trouble or something like that. But just if you know where you are and someone's told you that you can restart it yourself, then you could try that first.
Yeah, I try to tell everybody if we're taking a while to answer the phone or we're not, just restart before we even pick up. And by the time it's back up, your problem's probably going to be solved already.
Yeah, we have this copy machine that once a week, it hasn't been since we changed physical locations where we worked. Once a week, someone would come to me and say that the prints aren't releasing on this machine. We print to a queue and then you can release it anywhere. And so they would, on just this one machine, they would release it there. Nothing would print. And then multiple users would release it there. And later on in the day, like halfway through the day, someone would tell me, my prints aren't releasing. And there would be like dozens of them that just would completely go away because when you restart that copy machine, it wipes out that memory and you just have to try to remember what you printed. But so restarting it does fix it. It did fix it for later on, anyone who tried to print, but it just they would all go away. So it'll fix it, but your stuff might also be gone.
Yes.
Wow.
It's sad.
Turning it off and on again. Cody, you didn't ever get to talk about this. This was just me.
It was.
But it comes
I'm
up
pretty-
all the time.
Yeah, it does. And that's the best way of doing it is just trying it. Now, the one that gets me, and the one reason I think people don't do it often is if something's freezing up, like say it's during a Windows update, or today I had an issue where the software said it was basically unarchiving something, a big old file, and it looked like it was locked up for 15 minutes. But it strictly says on there, do not restart or risk corrupting the file. So at that point, I did not restart.
You can corrupt the database that way.
Yeah.
Fairly easily.
Yeah, there's definitely times you don't want to during a Windows update. I recently had to do that twice in one day with a couple of users because they were too far away for me to go there. And their computers just said, please wait. It just finished doing some updates and it just sat there. It didn't have the do not turn off, do not power off your device, but it sat there for like, I think one user was almost an hour. They went out to do something, got coffee, came back. Eventually it was still doing that. So I said, hold in that power button, and it came up fine. So I don't know what it was doing or why it was taking so freaking long, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, good job.
Well, good job. That's what Cody's
good
contribution
job,
is.
Dave.
Pat on the back.
Yay.
So much, Cody, in your video right now is dark that I'm finding a place to put your name without it being on your face.
Backpack there.
Have to be white text.
If I do this.
Can you make the text black?
It is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, but it's not. I could just make it horizontal and everything would be fixed, but that's too difficult.
Man, you think that after 94 episodes we would have this figured out?
There we go. Now it's fixed. You can move wherever you want, Code. Whoa, I just made it a lot bigger.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
And that's the end of the episode.
Yay, but no.
So there you go. Turn it off and on again. It's super easy. That's one of the Help Desk Hates You topics that could be super easy.
Oh, yeah.
If you actually do it, then the Help Desk people won't hate you.
Exactly.
If you say you did it, and then we see you did not,
yeah, you guys use
we might hate you.
So you know, under the agent, if you hover over the little agent, it tells you the last reboot.
Yeah.
So
Even if
when
we have
was-
to go to their computer, Task Manager says their uptime.
yeah,
And so I think Cody at one point was talking about how he showed people that this is the first thing I'm going to do. How long has it been up? If it's been 3 days and you told me that you've rebooted today 5 times, super easy
Yeah.
for us to tell.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Yep.
Yeah,
People
I've
are
had,
a lot more honest about it, though.
I've had people, like, oh, yeah, I'm not really sure what this problem is. I said, why don't you try giving it a reboot? I'll hold on the phone with you if you want, and you go ahead and they're like, I did that already. And they give me that little snarky thing. So I go, oh, that's kind of strange here. It says the agent on your computer tells me that you restarted, 4 days ago. And they're like, oh, do you mean close Outlook? No, close Outlook.
Close.
So then I get them to reboot, and magically everything's fixed.
Cody,
This
you
is
don't
the
have any
ASMR
stories?
episode.
I don't.
Oh, boring.
Cool.
Sorry.
Breaking
news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
What year did NES hit North
You're gonna say-
America?
Oh, I thought you were going to say NES again.
Nope. October 18th, Nintendo releases the Nintendo Entertainment System in New York and limited other new North American markets. An immediate hit, Nintendo released the game nationwide in February of the next year. Along with the NES, Nintendo released 18 games that day, including 10-Yard Fight, Baseball, Clue Land, Donkey Kong Jr.,
What the hell is that?
Duck Hunt, Excite Bike, Golf, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, Ice Climber, Kung Fu, Mach Rider, Pinball, Stack Up Tennis, Wild Gunman, Wrecking Crew, and Super Mario Brothers. What year
All of those.
did the NES
Clue.
hit North America?
All of those sound amazing. Yeah, Clue
They
Clue.
do. Blue.
Clue Land.
I did buy my kid, my kids over. No, well, I don't know if it's on there, maybe, but it's the Super NES. It's the Super, not the regular NES. Super NES.
But it comes with
The-
that, like a
or-
bunch of games.
Yeah, where they're all
Yeah.
It's like 500 games in there or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Built in. That's pretty cool.
If only they were capable back in this decade of doing
Yeah.
that.
Good lord.
I'm going to say 1986.
Ooh.
It's probably too early.
No,
So
I
I'm gonna
was
throw
actually
Dave
thinking
off?
earlier 80s, but I didn't own the NES stuff or the Nintendo stuff, so I never really was looking for it to buy it. But I'm gonna say 84.
So close, yet such a
It's
nerd.
such a nerd.
The correct answer is 1985.
Million. Oh, right in the middle.
So Dave gets the point because Cody went over.
Man,
It's very close
That
though, both of
sucks.
us.
Would you look at that?
that's
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Come on, man.
What year was photocopying invented?
Ooh.
October 22nd, in a makeshift lab on the second floor of a rental house, Chester Carlson and his assistant Otto Cornet successfully invent the process that would lead to the photocopier. Carlson had written 10.-22.-38 Astoria on a piece of paper, and these became the historic words that were the first photocopied. Ironically, Cornet, had so little faith in the invention that within a year he quit working for Carlson and willingly gave up any claims he had on the process. However, Carlson would later gift Cornet 100 shares of the Xerox Corporation that would eventually be worth $1 million. October 22nd of what year was photocopying invented?
so glad I went first last time. Because I
Yeah,
have
this is
no idea.
This is gonna go back, I think. I'm gonna say.
Cody, do you think Dave was alive or no?
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
Yes.
I think I was not alive.
Absolutely.
So I'll give you
Oh,
that.
okay.
I think I was not alive yet.
I think you were just a baby.
I was merely an idea. I'm gonna say 19. I want to go older than I'm thinking. Like I keep forcing myself to.
Go a little bit farther back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1960. I
Cody?
think.
I was gonna say 1968.
Ooh, okay.
No.
Both over.
Really? Wow. 1945.
1950.
No.
Both over.
What the heck?
Nice. 1930.
1935.
Now, to recap, Chester Carlson and his assistant Otto Cornay successfully invent the process that would lead to the photocopier.
All right. So
They didn't make a photocopier, but they did invent the process. The correct answer is 1938.
Okay.
So I won
Damn.
that one, right?
What'd you say?
Yes.
36?
Yeah, something like
37?
that. Yeah, I don't know. If
Yeah!
that's
That's
right.
Eventually, you got close.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Look at
I
you.
got
So they
something
probably
right.
just had to use like paper and whatever, like a light, and it just happened to go onto the paper underneath it or something
Yeah.
like that. They didn't make a machine or anything.
I said, Eureka.
Eureka!
Eureka!
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Are these going to be the same Yahoo answers from a year ago?
No,
too?
I did not save those. So unfortunately, no.
Okay.
User Zahangir asks, "What happens when you call your own phone number?"
You get to your voicemail.
Voicemail.
That
So
is not
this
a
person
secret. You should
says,
try that.
So this randomly came into my mind, and I was curious to know the answer. I wanted to try it out myself, but then I got scared thinking if I call myself, something bad might happen. What if I call myself, and while it's calling, I get a phone call from myself, and I have to answer it, and my voice has nowhere to go but my own
Holy
phone?
moly.
I'm scared my phone might glitch out and break if I attempt this. I asked my friend to try this out, but then she laughed at me, and she saw I was serious and replied no to me. Was she doing this because she knows her phone might break too if she calls her own number?
My
That's
God.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when it was easy to spoof phone numbers, we would do that to try to get into people's voicemails. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but if you spoof the number as the number you're calling, you get immediately routed to like their voicemail directory, and as
No.
long as you know their 4-pin code, you can get in.
That's the hard part, knowing what their pin
yeah,
is.
I mean, there's only so many combinations.
True.
How many combinations in 4 numbers?
10,000.
9,999.
If you
or
include
yeah,
4 zeros,
10,000.
it's
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah, there's no letters in it. So it's pretty easy.
10,000
Okay.
is what Google says. Yahoo.
job, Google.
So yeah, I mean, right now you'll get to your voicemail. Yahoo Answers user Okate asks, "Can I make text communication from PC to cell phone?"
Yeah.
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 Actually, back in the day, it wasn't a thing, but I mean, I remember when Mark got Google, when he used to have an Android phone, you had like the Google texting app on your computer somehow.
I tried all of them, and yeah, they've gone through like 10 different variations now, trying to compete with iMessage. None of them ever have very well.
No.
But you can do the Android messages. It might just be called messages now. You can like scan a QR code in a web browser on your computer, and then you can it connects that way while you're nearby. But it's weird. It times out eventually, and it's a little clunky. It's much more clunky than
Yes.
iMessages between the devices. So, but yes, you can make text communication from PC to cell phone.
And I'm pretty sure you can even text from Facebook these days. So
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
I never did
probably.
that. I never gave it all the contacts in my phone.
no, it asks me all
Screw
the
that.
time.
Do you want Facebook to be the primary messaging app? No, thank you. I
Like,
do not want
absolutely
that.
not.
Man.
My dad accidentally hit yes once when he was setting up his phone, and it was terrible.
I think they own his house now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
want
do.
Zuckerberg to have less information, not more, about what I have to say. So, Yahoo Answer user Rudy asks, "What are the typical electronic devices one takes on a kayaking trip?"
Phone. That's it.
GPS, maybe?
Yeah, you can do
Maybe.
your GPS.
You know,
you
if
could
they
take a
don't,
GoPro.
sometimes- Yeah,
Oh,
right,
GoPro's
true.
good one.
GoPros.
Bluetooth speaker is typically a definite. You want that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I would not take
recommend-
AirPods because they'll fall in the water and you'll lose them forever.
I recommend the JBL Flip 4.
Ooh.
Not sponsored by them, but these things completely waterproof.
Nice.
You can drop it. You can It's got a little, all the ports are covered with rubber, so it can fall in the water. It's got a little tether. You can, whatever. It's an awesome speaker.
Nice.
JBL has some nice stuff. I've had some.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Yahoo Answers user no name asks, what headphones actually go over your ear and not on top? I keep buying and returning over-the-ear headphones on Amazon because none of them actually go over my ear. Marketing gimmick scam.
On top? What is he talking about? Like,
I don't know.
Because that's weird. I mean, I have these A audios, which I love, and these are over my ear. These go, this regular freaking headphones. I don't know what this dude's talking about. And these are awesome, but on top, I can't even figure out what that means.
Yeah, I'd have to see an example of what this person's talking about.
Yeah,
Doesn't it like look at a picture of what they look like first and see
Right.
Right? I mean,
It's Amazon. It's not just text. They're not just describing in words what you're buying. It even sometimes shows like models wearing it, and this is what it'll look like if you wear it. So
you could zoom in on it and everything. It's not like a secret what they are. They're headphones. I don't know what they are, what they look like.
What could they be? Yahoo Answers user anonymous, we'll call Pleandra, asks, couldn't you hypothetically sell Xbox games for dirt cheap?
Sure.
You can sell anything for dirt cheap, hypothetically.
Why not?
I'm not suggesting doing this, but couldn't you just buy the game digitally, copy on flash drives, and sell it?
Oh. No.
No, that's not how it works.
No. No. Excuse me.
No.
No, because it's whatever code I guess you're applying to the game to activate it or whatever won't work on anyone else's.
Maybe original Xbox, you could have done that.
Maybe
a long time ago when you could just share discs and you don't have to buy it because they don't have there wasn't a way to connect to the internet yet, so they couldn't actually tell very well whether it had already been used, at least initially with the very early systems. But the games also weren't that great and they didn't cost $100 a piece, so no, you can't do that now on modern consoles. That they fully have a way of stopping that. So the answer is no. Pleandra. Yahoo Answers user Jane asks, can I take out the battery without turning it off? My Samsung Galaxy S5 has a white screen with the picture of the Earth in the middle. It will not respond to anything I try.
Yeah, you could pull the battery. It's I've done that before. I actually have an S5 not far from me. Yeah, you can pull it. It's just gonna, obviously the phone's gonna go off.
Didn't it say without turning it off?
Oh, I think she means not without it turning off, but without like powering it down and then.
Oh, okay.
Without powering it down before pulling the battery.
Yeah, you absolutely can. I do that to everything.
Yeah.
And the other way would be if your phone, I guess, if the other way is the question, if you have your phone plugged in, maybe it wouldn't turn off if you pull the battery out, but it probably will anyway. So if that was the question, but I think she's asking, can I pull the battery out before powering down my phone? And you sure can. Nice.
Huh.
Good phone. Love this phone.
Now, aren't we on like S10 now?
Yeah.
I went from the 5 to the 9.
Nice.
Because up
4
to the day where
years.
it stopped booting, that phone was fast and I had no complaints. They kept calling, don't you want to upgrade your phone? I'm like, no.
Is it free? You're going to give me a free one? I'll take it.
Do I get a free phone?
I'm not giving you my old one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, next time they call, I'm gonna try to because they're always trying to offer me something. I'm like, nope. Like, oh, anybody else in your family need a phone? Nope, we all have phones. Oh, but don't you maybe want a tab? No, I don't want a tablet. So the next time they call, I'm gonna see if I can get them to. I'm gonna say, well, maybe I'll get another device if you first up my kids' data plans to unlimited. Just do that, and then I'll consider it.
Yeah, I've not tried a Samsung tablet. I don't know what the experience is like. I've only tried like cheaper Android or iPads.
Yeah, my son's got a Galaxy Tab A, and I had another one before that, and I have a couple at work. that I set up, and I love them. They're fine. I have a knockoff one here which is decent, not as responsive as the Galaxies, but it still does everything I need it to do. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. I threw an SD card in there. It does all my music and stuff. I love it.
Nice.
Good.
My mom is addicted to the Kindles. She loves to read, but she also plays the games on there. I think that's because it's the first tablet that she had used, and she's used to the OS now.
Yeah.
But
you can also get like 10 of them for like $50 or something.
Yeah.
They're so
Right?
cheap now.
It's like a
And then
package of them.
you can buy Amazon Kindles with ads on them, so that it just plays ads in the
And it's
background,
cheaper.
and it ends up being like 30-40% cheaper.
yeah.
Wow.
She's getting. I've got her a new one. She knows. I've got her. She's not gonna listen to this. I've got her a new one for Christmas, and I was like, "Are you sure? What one do you normally get?" She's like, "I usually get the 7 because it's cheaper." And I was like, "Are you sure you don't want the 10 because it's bigger?" And she was like, "No, that's too expensive." I said, "Okay, we'll compromise, and you'll get the 8." And I got like a case and the whatever. It cost $150, but
Yeah, I got my
Nice.
mom a tablet too. This was years ago before when she still had her flip phone. She didn't have any computer, didn't really want it. And then my wife was telling me that, like sort of my wife,
delayed.
like when we would get together or whatever, she would always ask about going on Facebook because all her friends were on Facebook. So one year for the holidays, there was a deal on like Slick Deals that was 2 of these HP tablets, these little 7-inch HP tablets. I don't even know if it's around here. And each one was $85. And what it came with was pretty cool. It came with T-Mobile free 200 meg. It's only 200 meg
Mhm.
of data for free for the life of the device.
Yep. I remember
So
that.
I activated it for her, and for just going on Facebook, she's not taking video. She's not streaming Netflix or YouTube. She doesn't even care about that. So just to go on Facebook, and she goes on once in a while and just scrolls and looks at her friends' pictures, and I can't believe she was on Facebook. It blew my mind. I think I have it here someplace. There it is. Look, my little HP tablet.
Oh man.
I got the other one I kept for me, and this was my music player for a while until I saw the deal on the other one. So then I got a second one. This one still works. I just don't really use it for much at the moment.
Good
Still
times.
works. Good times, fun.
I have another one, but I'm trying to take a snip of this so I can put up. Oh, it says the wrong episode number. Dang it. Hold on. I'm going to change it. It said the wrong episode number this whole time. What the hell?
God damn it!
Mother.
Fix the goddamn Twitch feed.
Okay, there we go. Now I can try to take a...
Let's see.
There. That's not bad. I made a face. We'll save this somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Images.
Did you already take your
95.
screenshot?
Yeah.
Darn it.
Were you being frozen? So that I
No,
could
yeah, I
do it?
was trying to
Making
make
a
cool
face.
face.
Oh, yeah. That time has long passed. Yahoo Answers user Ravenhill of Crom Cruac 934 AD
Mm-hmm.
That's a planet.
asks,
That makes perfect sense.
how can I listen to my CDs throughout the night on repeat if doing so damages the CD system?
It doesn't.
Wait, what? They have a CD that they want to listen to on a loop?
I'd recently dug out some CDs from an old storage box, CDs of old music, and my hobby was to listen to a CD and put it on repeat through the night. So
Yeah.
my CD stereo
Fine.
system plays the CD continuously over and over, but I was told recently on Yahoo that doing this could damage the CD player itself or damage the CDs. Is this true? If it's true, how am I supposed to listen to my CDs through the night like I do?
It will limit the lifespan of the device, but I mean, anything you use 1,000 times more than you normally would will. There's nothing. Just use it.
Yeah.
Just do
Well,
like
gosh.
we did when I was in college and rip all of the CDs
Yeah.
to an
in
iPod,
iTunes.
and there you
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Just rip it,
Everyone did that.
put your MP3 on your device of choice, and you're fine.
We definitely did not do illegal things like sharing a library of 20,000 songs, most
Yep.
of which we did not ever listen to.
No one
It's-
ever does that.
Yep. That
we
is,
definitely did not figure out a way to copy it from iPod to iPod, like off of someone's computer. So that was fun.
I'm gonna open up my iTunes. I have not opened it up in quite some time.
I don't have them anymore. I had saved them to an old external hard drive at one point, and that drive died, and I didn't worry about it.
Aw.
I have all
Aw,
mine backed
man.
up on my Synology.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yahoo Answers
just-
user Harold
oh.
W asks, is it possible to have a landline and cell phone with the same number?
So I don't believe
No.
so, but you can have your phone route to
Mm-hmm.
a landline. Like I know quite a few businesses when they first start off, they'll just have a cell phone, and they'll have the cell phone, if it doesn't pick up, go to like a landline somewhere or a messaging service.
You could also have a Google number which rings both phones.
Yeah.
That's probably easier, I think.
Yeah.
And then you can add as many as you want to that, and they'll all ring. I haven't used my Google number in a while.
I don't know if I have one anymore. I got that because when I lived in West Michigan, it's a 616 area code, and I wanted just everybody to call that because it was at a time when it mattered if you were calling long distance still.
Where in West Michigan did you live?
What do you mean? Grand Rapids, Granville.
What the heck?
A lot of grand stuff.
Yeah. A lot of tall Dutch people. So there was a 616 number, but it was just a Google Voice, and it just rang to my cell phone and my normal cell phone number. And I've had my 810 area code forever, and I don't live in an 810 area code. But now it doesn't matter. Your phone number can be from wherever, and it really doesn't matter anymore. Yahoo Answers user Anonymous will call Railroad asks, could you tell me yeah, could you tell me if TVs with the screen kicked in can be fixed?
I mean, anything can be fixed. It's probably going to cost
much money
you
you
more.
got?
Yeah, it's probably going to cost you more in parts than it will to just buy the TV.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, technically the answer is yes, but it's going to cost a lot.
Somebody's house party got a little too rowdy, it sounds like.
Yeah, really.
Must have been.
Someone's on bath salts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Remember bath salts?
I do remember that.
them,
And
I'm on 'em.
Oh,
I remember that.
Quite
I remember
chill.
that they said the guy who was like who ate someone's face. They said he was on bath salts, and then a footnote afterwards, he had no drugs in his system. He was never on bath salts at all, and nobody heard that part. Cracked me up.
I do remember looking into it, and they were like, they were even saying stuff like in the news, like, oh, by the way, there's no conclusive evidence that bath salts cause this kind of, but it became this insane thing.
Yeah.
Bath salts were like the new crack. You know?
Satanic panic all over again.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Fun times. That's the last Yahoo Answers question I have. So now we ask the question that Cody loves to ask. What do you fuck with this week, Cody?
Mess with.
Did we say any swears on the D&D episodes that we did?
What?
I don't remember if we said any swears. Cody said a real bad word.
When?
His character name. His character name spells out a real bad word. As far as it goes, for someone who not wanting to say, to say, what do you fuck with?
Dirty-minded person. You're just
very surprising.
Dirty mind. Get your mind out of the gutter. God.
What I fuck with this week is I've been listening to new podcasts.
Yeah, don't recommend that podcast.
Why not?
It's super dark.
Okay, I don't remember if I said it on the last episode because we're so many ahead, and I'm listening to ones that we recorded like 3 or 4 weeks ago as I edit and upload them. So who knows what has been said when. But 2 podcasts I'm listening to right now. One is called Cold, and it's about Joshua and Susan Powell, who lived in Utah and Washington just like 1 decade ago in 2009. No one's exactly sure what happened, but the theory is he murdered her. And then everyone was like, we got to find evidence that happened because it was clear that he had done it. And then towards the end, like in 2012, I think, after this was all going on, they couldn't prove it. They're trying to find even where her body is. Then he decides he's going to have so he and his 2 boys, they have 2 kids together. He has them in the house, and it's like he's trying to get custody back because he's a suspected murderer and whatever. So Child Protective Services gives him like visitation at his house by himself, unsupervised. So he's there in the house with the boys. A lady from CPS comes and knocks on the door. He opens the door, looks at her in the eyes, closes the door. 10 minutes, she calls 911. She's like, uh-oh, I think something bad's going to happen. 10 minutes later, the house explodes. He kills himself and the 2 boys.
What the?
And still no one knows what happened to Susan Powell or where her body is.
Holy crap. Is this based on a true story? Or is
Yeah.
Just a holy crap.
Yeah, that happened just a decade ago, 10 years ago.
That's really weird.
There's a lot of really creepy stuff. I think there's 18 episodes. It was really intense and really good. So I'm listening to that one, and then the other one I'm listening to is called. I'll talk about a different one next time. The other one I've been listening to is called Mob Queens, and right now they're talking about Anna Genovese. I did not know who that was, but it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
So that's what I fuck with this week. I also fuck with our D&D. Whenever Cody gets back from his many Ohio trips, we'll have to plan another
We go
Sunday.
once every 2 months.
Every 2 or 3, depending on how many we get out of one session, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I fuck with this week? Well, I am going to be going on another college tour coming up.
Gosh.
Yeah, this one's a little further away. It's upstate New York, SUNY New Paltz. So we wanted to see what the other college campuses he's seen so far. Like he went to Drexel University over the summer. That was a college in a city, so it's like traveling city blocks to get to the other buildings. The New York City one was the same, School of Visual Arts. So he got to see those, but now he's going to go see New Paltz, which is a regular college campus. So he's going to see what that's like. And then after that, we'll be going to Boston University.
Nice.
Round out our last one of the year.
Not Boston College, which is very Catholic.
No, BU, Boston University.
Nice.
Yeah.
BU.
Had you guys gone to
BU.
BU before? I remember something about BU, or maybe you just had mentioned it, because then I thought
probably
it was
mentioned
BYU.
it was one of the ones we were going to go check out.
What was the one that your kid had gone to for like a week or a weekend or something like that? Like try the college experience. Was it that one?
Yeah. That was Drexel University in
Drexel.
Philly.
Nice.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
It's always sunny there, I hear.
Yes. That's better.
It's so funny.
Cody, what do you fuck/mess with this
I
week?
just go. I'm going. We're still watching a lot of RuPaul. That's
Still?
there's so much. It's literally been playing for 6 hours a day in my
Oh.
household, and
Oh
we're not
my.
finished.
And instead of in taking a break from that, your wife does not want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Wow.
Interesting.
No.
So if you have RuPaul on a loop on your TV, does that hurt your DVD player?
Hey.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm really thinking that we need to combine it and make Dungeons and Drag. That's it. Just Dungeons and Drag.
Dungeons and Dragons. What we could also do, we can do a drinking Dungeons and Dragons.
That's true.
I like that idea.
Mark doesn't drink.
Well, your vice of your choice.
I drink water.
Yeah,
You
he's
can do
gonna
that.
be so hydrated.
I drink protein shakes. Yum.
He does. He drinks a lot of strawberry protein shakes.
Yeah, the kind that I drink is not powdered. It's like ultra filtered, so it's less of the milk and lactose and more of just the whey from the milk itself. So it's like like a 20 ounce or a little bit less little bottle, plastic bottle, but it has 26 grams of protein in those.
Not bad.
because Mark is getting buff.
He's bulking up.
Yeah, I don't have a
Sweet.
thing to add to that. I couldn't think of a funny thing to add, so I'll just let yours ride.
Yep.
Cool.
Put
So
your-
that's what you
Hey.
fuck with, Drag Race, Cody?
Yeah, a lot of drag
Drag
queens.
race. Lots of drag
A lot
queens.
of fishy drag queens.
All right.
All right, cool. So
Could be
there you
worse.
have that.
You've been listening to Help Desk Nightmares on the Halfway
Have I
Network.
been listening
Help Desk
to
Nightmares
Help
is
Desk
created by Mark E, Cody T, with Dave G, and AJ Y. It is
You can
edited
now
by
go back
Mark.
to
It is produced by
helpdesk.nightmares.com.
Mark, as well as our patrons Austin, AJ, Fake Cayman, and Diana Y.
Fake.
If you like the show, for others like it, check out halfwaynetwork.com. Leave us a review on iTunes so other people can find the show. Follow us on Instagram at Help Desk Nightmares. If you want to support the show even more, you can visit patreon.com/helpdesknightmares.
You can also go back to the website, but it's no different than just catching the episodes in your podcatcher. So
Podcatcher? Is that like a dream catcher but for pods?
it is.
No.
We'll
Is that part of the
save
outtakes?
this project as episode 95. I should have done
We'll just
before
make
now.
random noises.
Grrr. That's not what you usually do,
Whoa.
Cody.
Whoa.
That's my
There's-
predator noise.
Oh, nice.
Is it sad that I was going to say Alien because I don't know the difference between the two?
A little bit.
Technically, the predator.
I've
was
never
an
seen
alien.
those movies,
Yeah.
so
Really?
What? Not even one?
I've seen like Prometheus.
Oh, that barely
No,
counts.
it's not. It barely. Yeah. You should watch the first Predator. It's your homework assignment for next week.
Mm-mm.
First Predator is so awesome.
It can't be that hard to find.
No.
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 No. No.
Okay.
Oh, Cody already
will
sent
talk to you
his. Surprised you
Yeah.
recorded this time.